You know, he's one of the most beloved athletes in Quebec major sports history, but he wasn't a Montreal Alouette, wasn't a Montreal Canadian, wasn't a boxer, and wasn't a wrestler. But Claude Raymond, or as you guys in the States call him, Claude Raymond, was considered probably one of the most happiest Montreal Expos in the 2 years he played with them, especially his key campaign where he was the team's top reliever and was one of the top relievers in Major League Baseball. So the man born Jean-Claude Marc Raymond in Saint-Jean-de-Richelieu, Quebec, nicknamed of course Frenchie by his friends and sometimes by his enemies, is former Canadian Pro Baseball relief pitcher, coach, and broadcaster. The member of the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame, excelled in his 12-year career in Major League Baseball for the White Sox, the Braves, the Colts, and the Expos. He played between 1959 and 71. Now, when he pitched in 3 games for Chicago in early '59, he impressed scouts and different teams in the American League. But he found himself again in the Brave system and the Colts system. It was very, very effective. Now, 1961, where he ended up with Milwaukee, 1-0 in 13 games with a part closer. 62, 5-5, 63, 4-6. But then he found himself in Houston, which a lot of people feel was his best consecutive years. 5-5 and 64, and 7-4 and 65 and 66, 7-5 with 16 saves. Now 67 and a dual role between Atlanta and Houston. He was 4-5 with nine saves. Now he eventually ended up in Montreal midway through the '69 season. And when Montreal was 1-2 with 1 save, but the next season he really opened out as the team's main closer, much to the happiness for all his Quebecois friends and family in the Belle Province. 6-7 with 23 saves with a 4.43 ERA, and he finished 43 contests. So he was considered one of the first ever closers in Montreal Expo's history. Now, when he was traded by the Braves to the Expos, he remarked that it was one of the happiest moments of his life as he was able to play for his home province and again in front of his adoring fans. In 12 campaigns, again a 56-53 record, 440 games, 442 in relief, 2 complete games, 270 games finished, 82 saves, 721 innings pitched, 711 hits allowed, 338 runs allowed, 293 earned runs allowed, 75 home runs, 225 walks, 497 strikeouts, 24 8-hit batsmen, 32 wild pitches, 3,048 batters faced, 54 intentional walks, with 4 balks and a 3.66 ERA. Now, after his playing career, Raymond put in 3 decades as one of the most respected French language broadcasters ever, or colorman, with a Montreal franchise. He was also an Expos English language broadcaster in 2004, their last season in Montreal. Very cerebral guy, and he would give. Watching the Expo game in French was a little bit more interesting than in English because Duke Snyder didn't really add anything to the Montreal Expo's aesthetic, but Claude could do that. And ironically, ladies and gentlemen, I remember him as one of the few players in Major League Baseball for as many years as he played wore glasses. Now, well respected within the baseball community, so much so that during the '96 Summer Olympics in Atlanta, Raymond was a public address announcer for baseball. The IOC required that announcements at Olympic venues may also be made in French, and allegedly Richard Garneau, the big Olympics media supporter in Quebec, made a recommendation that Raymond, who had previously pitched in Atlanta, would be well suited for the job. Now, Raymond joined the Expo staff as a roving coach in '02 and served under the team, left Montreal after the 2004 campaign to become the Washington Nationals. Now, he was named to the 1966 National League All-Star team in his best season with Houston. He was also inducted in the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame, located in St. Mary's, Ontario, with the class of '84 in his second year of operation. Now, in June 2019, he was appointed as a distinguished member of the Order of Canada. Again, Chicago, 1959, Braves, 61-63, Milwaukee, Houston Colts, 45, Astros, 64-67, Braves, 67-69, and again, to shift over to the Expos, from 69 to 71. And again, Baseball Hall of Fame for Canada 40 years ago. Claude Raymond, a legend of Montreal sports. Not one podcast can do enough to pay tribute to what he meant to the Expos, because he would always see the best in the team. And not really a critical announcer, but one who would tell the truth. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he basically said that the Montreal Expos will never recover from Monday on Monday, and he never did, and eventually caused them to lose Montreal in an unfortunate series of events. So that's the story of the great Claude Raymond. If you like what we're doing here with our Montreal Expos and the baseball, the sort of baseball podcast, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share. And don't forget, if you're only good as your last game, he finished his career with his home province and his hometown team. Boys, he was just, he'd go to the mound, he'd be that happy because, you know, it's like a hometown boy playing for the Montreal Canadiens or the Toronto Maple Leafs. You know, it's you can't teach that. And you know, he's a good pitcher, good mix of junk. Sometimes you throw occasional fastball, not known for his strikeouts, but known for his control. Thanks for listening, and don't forget, as you say in Northern New Brunswick, swing for the fences. Bye.